Hi, I'm Heather Martinson at Celebration Education, where where we provide adventure, which inspires creativity and leads to possibility. If you were just with me on my other live stream, for some reason my computer died. I don't know why, it was still at 50% power, but whatever, computers will do what they want to do, but I won't have time to live stream later after I have a chance to let it charge, and I didn't even bring my cord with me. Who would think that a computer would die so quickly? Anyway, that's a whole different thing. So I am here to talk to you today about what we're doing at Celebration Education, and we're going to talk about movement. Now I'm going completely without notes now because they were on my computer as well. So bear with me, but just a little bit of summary. I already started in my other video, which I'll probably delete. So this one I need to start all over so that it can all be in one place. But anyway, I'm going to talk about the adventures we're having, and then I'm going to spend most of our time talking about movement, the importance of learning through movement. So let's see. So this week, tomorrow is our closing, it's our celebration for Odysseus' homecoming. We've been studying the Odyssey this last 6 weeks. And so after 20 years of being away, Odysseus is finally home, and we're going to celebrate his homecoming, and we're going to have a bit of a Greek feast. And this is all in Santa Ana, at our Santa Ana location tomorrow. Then tomorrow also is our teen hangout in Santa Ana. It's free. Teens can just come and hang out and 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we've got snacks and games, so it's fun. Also, actually, tomorrow they're doing a little bit of a Halloween thing. They're going to be watching a Halloween movie, and for some reason they all want to wear onesies. Don't ask me what that's all about, but most of them are going to be wearing onesies tomorrow, and we're going to have some fun candy and junk for Halloween, because it's our last one before Halloween. Then starting Monday is our first day of our next component, which is our 6 weeks that we're spending on A Christmas Carol. And of course, you know the Christmas Carol is a ghost story for Christmas. It's like the Nightmare Before Christmas, but Dickens thought of it a long time before the more recent movie. Anyway, so we're first going to be talking about ghosts right in time for Halloween. And so that's what our topic is for this coming week. Then also next week is our field trip to Calico Ghost Town on Halloween, so that should be fun. If you've already signed up for that, I believe it's too late to register for it now, but if you're interested in our field trips, go to our website and check them out. Then let's see, and we have the first week in November is our next Disneyland meetup. Those are free. You just need to have your own admission to the parks. We provide the study guide, or you have to print it off, but it's free. And you meet with other families and do activities in the park that are learning experiences that go along with what we're talking about in our components. By the way, anyone can follow along with our components. If you join our Celebration Education Families group on Facebook, each week we post ideas of things that you can do at home to follow along with the topic. So you don't even have to be taking our classes if you're interested in doing your own unit studies along with us. You could do some of the field trips as you're going through the books with us and doing the activities that we post on the Facebook group. So feel free to join us there. All right. I think that's all the housekeeping for now. So we're talking about movement today. Movement, now without my notes, I don't have the exact information, but there was a study done talking about how important movement is for learning. The study showed that children are about 30% visual, 30% auditory, and 30% haptic. Haptic is movement. It's like touching, experiencing, moving. So most school situations ignore a full third of they do talking and they do looking at things, but they don't do the movement. As a matter of fact, in a traditional classroom, a good teacher keeps the kids sitting in their seats nice and quiet, and this is they do this, and everything is neat and orderly, and that's what you have to do when you have so many kids in a room at a time. But when you're working one-on-one with a child, you have so much more available to you. There's so many more opportunities to be dynamic, so you don't have to sit down to do your schoolwork. Matter of fact, it's better if you don't. And I'm not just talking about children who are ADD or something. All children, all of us, everybody learns better when they're moving. So the challenge is how to move while you're learning. And I have two big suggestions. The first one is quit doing worksheets, because those stick you to a table and a sheet of paper, and they're really designed for the crowded classrooms for the teacher to keep order and to make sure that everything is covered. When you're working one-on-one with a child, you don't have to do all of the worksheets. The worksheets can actually hold a kid back. So that's the first thing to go. Instead of doing worksheets, you can read with your kids and to your kids. You can do journaling on the go. You don't have to sit at home to write in a journal. You can play games that help them do math, even through movement. I'm going to share in the links to this video. I'm going to be sharing after a while, later today, check back, the link to, excuse me, how you can learn a bunch of math games that are done through movement. And it's just a website, so you can check that out. Also, I encourage you to take your children exploring with you to have the fun and dynamic learning experiences that involve the entire body. Okay, so that's one thing, to get rid of worksheets. The second thing you need to do, I recommend, is to give your children plenty of rec time. Rec as in, well, first of all, recreation. That when a person has downtime, is an opportunity for them to recreate themselves, to rediscover themselves, to connect with themselves. And children, we're tempted a lot of times to fill up a child's day with all of these good things. But the truth is, children need downtime, and they need time to explore on their own. They need time to play organically and to recreate themselves. But also, I call it rec time, R-E-C time, because I use these three letters each to represent something that they can be doing. One of them is read. I know reading is not a movement-based activity, but reading is the most important skill. So, and sadly, a lot of curriculums actually don't provide enough reading time when they should be spending more time reading than any of their other skills. So, any of their other academic skills. So make sure to provide for lots of reading time for your child. Let them explore the books that they want to, fiction, nonfiction. Read to them, read with them, let them read. Even though it's sedentary, yes, they should be reading a lot. And children will, given the opportunity and the right time. Although my one child that read the most, to the point where I needed to tell him to stop reading, he was my one child that didn't read until he was 10. So don't stress out if your child's not reading yet or not ready to be reading all day long. That's fine. Just be sure that you're still reading to your child. All right, the E stands for exercise and explore. Exercise is playing outside. For kids, you don't have to have a regimented exercise activity. You might want to put them in Taekwondo or something, or on a sports team, but that, I think, it should be secondary to them just playing outside. When we were kids, we grew up in a neighborhood where we rode bikes, we just ran down the street, we built tree houses. an experience, just getting outside. And that's what our body needed to move. And we didn't have to schedule it. We just did it. So make sure you allow for your children to play outside. Explore. Well, that could be part of playing outside, but also take them places. Take them on field trips, take them to zoos, take them to parks, take them places where they're going to be seeing some things that they've never seen before. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Exploring is an important thing for children that they learn right from real things. They have questions and they want to know more, and they're going to try to research more and do experiments with exploring. There's a lot that can be done when you give them the opportunity to explore. Then the C stands for create. A lot of children these days are told that this is what they're going to do and this is what it's going to look like when they're done. Well, that's not how the real world is. Plus, children need to learn through their own creation. They need to, it's part of exploring, actually. An extension of exploring is creating. You take the things that you see and you create them into something new. So it might be Legos, it might be making a poster, it might be playing music, it might be, it could be any type of creative endeavor. And again, this is not something that you script for them, but that's something that they want to do, that they're looking for, that they want to just delve into creating something. They might ask you for some weird materials, which my kids have done sometimes, but that you let them create. They say that in this century, the most valuable career skill is creativity. And if we're not giving our children the opportunity to be creative, or if we're telling them that everything that they do has to have a set outcome, then we're limiting them. We're not allowing them to learn within that skill of creativity, which is extremely important. And not only that, but when children have the opportunity to create something that is their own and that they enjoy, this is they gain a sense of confidence about themselves. They find value within themselves when they create something of their own making and complete it and have something to show off, and it's not something that someone told them to do. So be sure to allow your children to create. So read, exercise, and explore, create, and then quit and drop the worksheets. So that's my challenge for you guys today. I'm hoping, I'm going to actually challenge you to take a whole week off without using any curriculum that you purchased. See if you can help your children have those more organic and dynamic and movement-based activities by checking the curriculum. And let me know what you think. If you have success, if it feels good, or if it's really awkward and you grab those workbooks again. I'm happy to help you. If you want to make a transition and it's difficult for you, message me. Also, if you have any ideas for future live streams, things that you're struggling with, things that you want help with, or just ideas of things you think other parents would enjoy hearing about, let me know and I'll do a live stream on that as well. All right, so that's it for me today. I'm Heather Martinson with Celebration Education, where we've been learning outside the box since 2006. I'll see you next time. I don't know how to turn this off. Okay, bye.